All right, we are currently back. How is everybody doing? Even though this is just for myself, and I will upload it probably by the end of the year, make a first video. And I just gotta collect them. I'm just being a bum. Welcome back. This whole streams are mostly to myself. Reminder. So welcome back, Johnny. Welcome back to everybody. And the topic today is about we're devolving. So what do I mean by we're devolving? Pretty much in the title, what it explains. We're devolving. So let me put this right here. So we're devolving. Basically, essentially, we're improving on modern technology and we're improving ways to become more addicted and more unhealthy. But we're devolving as a human being. I was watching the tribal videos, and tribal people have an extreme case of immune system strengthening, body, skeletal, bone structure. So if I ever put this video up or whatever the case is, or to show people, please search up tribal Messiah tribes or just other tribe people who are living according towards nature. Their bone structure, their skin, everything is so well developed that they look better than the people who are actively trying to put on chemicals or do things that are an extreme to try to be healthier. Skincare wasn't a thing back in the day. A lot of the shit that we have wasn't in the back of the day. We're living in an era where they're trying to depress us, ruin our lives, and become worse. It's an experiment phase, just like upon of every other drugs. I heard that a certain era, my friend was telling me about, that the movie that goes like, I built this shit brick by brick. That same movie, Franklin Saint, is based on a true story where they used to flood drugs. The CIA were flooding drugs so they can see how the drugs would react to the people. They were purposely flooding. Just like Vietnam. See, it was our fault. There's a lot of things that we have done and we don't want to take responsibility because we just never do. But experimental phase. This is the government. As long as you don't fall for their tactics, you live your own life, and you pick and choose your battles with them, you will be fine. So, my thing right now is that we're devolving. Everybody's spending a lot of time on social media, but recent years, vintage things are coming back. Certain time periods, certain things are coming back. So that's the best thing about it. But we're still devolved. We're still devolved and we're trying to come back. Thankfully, for the past, I would say 5 to 10 years, around there, probably less, we hit our lowest. In recent years, as of right now, we're skyrocketing back up. With the new looks maxing trend, it's all forcing replications of trying to be healthier, bring back more gym culture. Gym culture has been spiked more to improve our fitness and health. Try to be more in tune with nature and healthier. So, because of this trend, people are actually trying to instill and be better and look better and do everything better. Which is, people think like, oh no, everybody's going to be more competitive, whatever the case is. Yes, for the average person, it's going to be harder. It's going to be way more competitive. But you got to remember, this stuff has always existed. And this is nothing. This is what I mean by we devolved. People showing trends right now, oh my goodness. We're going to use the name clavicular. He's trending because of his looks. He's trending because of his lifestyle. But if you look at the movies and you look at the celebrities, they were doing this way before. The only thing is their genetics got there and it was more underground and no one knew about it. But it's always been around. We look at the movies like Never Back Down, Fast and Furious and all that. Those are highlights of biological things and dopamine that we strive for and want. And they're living a crazy life, but a balanced life. Right now, we are living a crazy life in the aspect of we're not balanced. But there is a balance in war. There is beauty in chaos. There is survival and death. There's a double-edged sword in life. And what I'm trying to get at is that as long as you fight against whatever certain people try to put out, because sometimes it's not even the government. Sometimes it's just societal people trying to push out stupid shit, or it's not always government. As long as you follow your human nature, you will always strive to become better again. I've been looking at the 2000 movies, music, they've hit their peak echelon, and I think they are going to start coming back again. Movies are going to start to come back harder. Everything's going to come back better. And right now, we went into a little stage or phase of experiment. For an example, 70s got the most hate because of the jazz era. There's a lot of things in certain eras that didn't hit compared to certain other eras. So every era is an experiment phase that you live in. And some might be good, some might be bad. Some trying to make it better. It's always going to be someone's going to try to make something new or more of an improvement. There's always going to be subculture things outside of human nature that should not be blowing up, but it just is. So it doesn't make it right or wrong. It's just interesting to look at. But that's about it. We need to go back to the basic and improve. And right now the upgrade is, for an example, we did evolve into certain things like medicine. But we also evolved by, like for an example, sports is a human extension of hunting and tribal fighting and gladiator. So gladiators, that was the peak that you can be, right? Fortunately and unfortunately, it has run away because of the killing and everything, how it is. We don't live in that time period anymore. So we subsidize it with boxing and other things that you can do that is not fully in human nature, but takes some aspect of tribal fighting. And right now we're going to as far as back as possible, and we're trying to emulate fighting more now. So boxing is a dying sport. It was a very popular sport, but dying sport now. MMA is taking over. MMA is the true definition of ultimate fighting. Boxing still has its beauty and art, but to me, it seems like it's dying more than ever. And more influencers or more people are able to come in and they're taking it as a joke. But MMA, you can't. It's the true ultimate fighting almost. And it's upcoming and it's a new thing. But yeah, when something's new, it's always going to blow up and whatever. And as long as it can't be replicated or it's harder to be replaced, it will always be the definition of home. So for an example, fighting. The elements of fighting will always be in human nature. People will always want to see that. And it's always going to be there for the dawn of time. But certain things like skateboarding, the one that I have right now, won't always be there. It will probably one day fade to exist because it's a subculture thing. It's no extension of human nature. So, as you get older, your hobbies, your lifestyle must match your biology, as we know. Right now, I am 19, going on 20. And skateboarding is a low stimulation thing. It's not really high stimulating, whatever. And when you're young, your stimulation matches your age. When you're young, when you're a kid, stimulation is high, at its highest that it could ever be. Constant. It's a constant high state because everything is sensitive. Your androgen receptors and everything is new because you're just born, fresh out of the umbilical cord. And when you get older, it fades and fades and fades. All right, we're back. We'll go one uphill and then back down. So skateboarding has always been a subculture thing. And when I mean subculture, it means that doesn't line with human nature. And that is objectively for everybody. When things are objective, it means it stands for everything, for everyone. Any race, any ethics, any group, as long as it's a human race. Or just actually animal species. But when it's subculture, it's a culture aspect and it's in line to one, mostly. So there's human nature, cultural, and then subculture. The subculture is usually for a niche. It's a niche thing. Only niche people like that, or only niche this, or whatever. So, this is what I'm wearing. I'm dressed very lazy. Just walking. It's also really bright out, so if I'm squeezing my eyes, it's just really bright.
And this is it for the board. What I'm about to do is throw it away, because this is no longer what I'm gonna really do. So when you stop any addiction, this is advice for pretty much anyone. When you stop when you have an addiction, you try to quit, and you have a hobby also, and it's no longer fitting to your age or your goals, or just not something you like anymore, right? For example, you're an athlete, you used to play basketball, and now you just don't have the passion for it. You replace it with something else. That goes for everything. You replace on it and you work for it. That's how it works. Things need to be replaced. When you have a certain area in your life, your mind, or a certain state of a well-being, things do need to be replaced. It's just how it is. It's like a car. You can't just get rid of, a rim or a tire and then just drive on 3 wheels. Wow. Originally you had 4. But if you replace that tire or rim, pretty much like anything else, you'll be fine. And yeah, replacement for new hobbies or something that's better or more intriguing or more challenging. All up to you. But that's what I'm looking at as of right now. Skateboarding replacement. And same thing for track and field. I need to replace cross, and I'm replacing cross because I used to one last skate. It's broken. Bearings are shit now. Alright. It's fucking hot. My phone's burning. Anyway. Yeah, just like pretty much in anything, replacement is good. What else? Right now, I need to replace 2 things. Skateboarding was a hobby, and competition like sports was a hobby. I need to replace both of those. School was also a thing. School was a part of my life, and now I need to replace it with something, either work or go back to school, which I plan to. Always need to replace what's tied to human nature and who you are or what you've done. Replace it with something better or something new or just an upgrade version of it. That's it. That's pretty much what I was going to talk about. What is it? Skateboarding era or phase. Ooh, my phone. It's hot. Ooh, it's hot. yeah. Skateboarding phase, the era, all of it. It is done. It is over. So, I have my board. I will be doing one last trick. And what I will be doing, because it is a hobby in the past, just like video games or anything else, I will be breaking it. I'll talk about other things I have given up more this year or changed. Car. Let's go. Love that car. Bam! First try. Let's go. All right. Taking this back inside. Ooh. Look, a lot of red. Eyes are hazel. Oh, it's freaking hot. So, things that I've given up. Constant stimulation, technology. And I've given up, number 1, games. 2, competition sports, which I need to go back to. I plan to replace it. And now I'm giving up the skateboard. And then things like I've donated, like my PC, certain clothes, all that. I've gone through a lot of experiments this year. Now it's just, I don't need to experiment. I just need to replace and then keep experimenting. And that's just how life is. You try new things or change new things, current state of your life or your age or whatever is going on. You know, like if I break something or whatever and I can't do it, a certain thing anymore, I'm just going to have to replace it. It's just how it is. So anyway, what I plan to do is put the phone out. We're breaking the skateboard for a memory. Now you could say, let's just give it to a kid. But what I've done to this board, I have to give it up. Board, pretty healthy, pretty good. Yeah. What I'm gonna do, it's just pretty sturdy. Pretty good. What happened if I just... Wow. It's actually pretty sturdy. Well, this calls for a weight drop or a car running over it. So, this will be all for the video. That's pretty much what I was talking about. My changes and everything that's going on currently. My current thoughts. So I'll see you guys next time. And hopefully maybe it would be an MMA gym. Alright. And I'll be keeping up with the physique update and the looks maxing update. Peace, guys. Ooh. Now, peace.